Let us solve question number C 7.11. First, by highlighting, we will be deciding which all accounts and sheets we will be preparing. The following information relates to the business of ABC Enterprise, who request you to prepare trading and profit and loss account. So we will be preparing trading and profit and loss account, and the year end date as on the year ended 31st March, and balance sheet as on that date. So we will be preparing trading, profit and loss, and balance sheet. Furniture opening is 60, closing is 63,500. There might be some purchase of furniture. We can solve it in inner column. These are opening stock, closing stock. Debtors and creditors account we always prepare. Prepaid expenses and unpaid expenses, we can solve it by preparing a account, or what we can do is we can do it in inner column. Some of the questions I'll be doing it by account. Some of the questions I'll be doing it by preparing inner column. It is up to you in your examination to decide what you'll be doing. Whatever you feel is a comfortable thing, you can do it. Cash and bank account. So it is a merge figure given. Normally what I'll be planning is I'll be preparing a merge account, cash and bank account. Cash transaction during the year. Collection from debtors, that is all right. Collection of bills of exchange after the discount. So I can prepare bills receivable also. Creditors, full settlement, payment of freight, amount withdrawn, payment for office furniture, investment carrying annual interest of. So there is investment account, no need to prepare it. We can solve it through inner column. Expenses including salaries paid rupees 95,000, miscellaneous receipt. Bills of exchange drawn on accepted, we have already decided we will be preparing bills receivable account. Goods costing rupees advertisement, this can be solved. Difference in cash book should be treated as so and so. Provide 2% for the doubtful debts on closing debtors. So what we'll be doing, we will be telling our debtors account. At last, we will be providing 2% in inner column of closing balance sheet. So first, let us prepare our basic account, that is trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet as on the year end. Trading account I have already done. Particulars, profit and loss account, closing balance sheet. Debtors account, creditors account, and cash book are also prepared. Which all is required? Bills receivable account, that we have decided that we will be preparing. Debtors, creditors, cash and bank. Cash and bank is already prepared over here. A cash book, this will be cash and bank column both. Debtors, creditors I have already prepared. Bills receivable. With this many accounts, we can easily solve the question. So the question will become somewhat easy. Furniture, 60,000 opening balance. Is it from tallied sheet or tallied account? No. I will be passing dual effect, one debit, another credit. See the effect. What are debit effect and credit effect? Opening furniture, opening balance sheet. Okay, opening balance sheet also I have not done. I need to prepare opening balance sheet also. Yes, I need to prepare opening balance sheet. So furniture account, opening balance is 60,000. Opening balance sheet, asset side. Opening balance sheet, asset side is the credit effect, right? It will be opposite effect because it is an opening balance sheet. Furniture is 60,000. Closing balance sheet, inner column. Furniture will be 60,000. See, any figure closing furniture 63,500, there is no necessity to pass to entry. If it is from a tallied sheet or tallied account, I will have to compulsorily pass one entry. This figure I will be using afterwards to know the depreciation, to know the additional furniture, but I'll be using last to find out some figure and then give to effect for the same. So I've just done a round on it that this particular thing is pending. Opening stock is 80,000 rupees. To effect, trading account debit side. Opening stock 80,000 rupees. Opening balance sheet asset side, stock 80,000 rupees. This is credit effect. In trading account it was debit effect. We can go ahead. Closing stock 70,000. To effect, we know it. Trading account credit side, closing stock, it is 70,000. Closing balance sheet asset side, stock, it is 70,000. Opening debtors is 1,60,000. opening dators account, opening balance 1,60,000, opening balance sheet, dators 1,60,000. Now this is a printing error. This should be question mark. It is not printing error by us. It was printing error in institute question. Dash means there is no closing daters. Question mark means the figure is to be found out. Actually, it is question mark. We need to find out the figure. So closing daters, I'll be just writing there is a closing daters, and in closing balance sheet also there will be daters figure. Figure I don't know. We'll be finding it out. So we have done this. Opening creditors 1,10,000, normal effect. Opening creditors will come in creditors account. The figure is 1,10,000. It will come in opening balance sheet. Creditors 1,10,000. Creditors closing balance. Closing balance of creditors will come over here. The figure is 1,50,000. Closing balance sheet creditors will be 1,50,000. Expenses. I am having profit and loss account. I know there are prepaid expenses, outstanding expenses, opening balance, closing balance. So I will do a format in P&L account first. This is my profit and loss account. I start with expenses. Whatever are the expenses, I'll be writing it in inner column. Plus, we know we do outstanding of current year. If outstanding of current year is added, outstanding of previous year will be deducted. If outstanding is added, prepaid of current year is always subtracted. And if prepaid of current year is subtracted, then prepaid of previous year is added. Logically, outer column figure is nothing but expenses incurred during the year. Let us see the figures. Prepaid expenses opening balance 6,000. Prepaid of previous year 6,000 should be added, which is this effect, debit effect. See another credit effect. Prepaid is asset. It is opening. So prepaid expenses is 6,000. Now, opening balance sheet asset side is a credit effect. P&L account debit side is a debit effect. I can go ahead. I have passed two effect of the 6,000 rupees. Closing prepaid expenses is 7,000. Prepaid current year is 7,000. As it is current years, it will go in closing balance sheet. Prepaid will remain my asset. Prepaid expenses 7,000. Let me see the effect. Balance sheet asset side, closing balance sheet is a debit effect. Here on debit side it is subtracted, so it is credit effect. Outstanding expenses of previous year 20,000. Outstanding of previous year is subtracted 20,000. Outstanding expenses liability as it is of previous year opening balance sheet. Outstanding expenses 20,000. Two effects, I can go ahead. Outstanding of current year is 18,000. Outstanding 18,000. Outstanding is my liability. Outstanding expenses 18,000. Normal journal entry of outstanding expenses, P&L account it is added on debit side, and it is outstanding liability closing balance sheet. So even this is done. Opening cash in bank 12,000. Cash and bank account, opening balance 12,000. Opening balance sheet, cash account will be 12,000. Closing balance 26,250. Cash account 26,250, and in cash account closing balance is 26,250. Again, to effect, we can go ahead. So this part is over. We'll be going to additional cash transaction. Collection from debtors after allowing discount of 15,000 is 15,000. Let us first pass entry for discount of 15,000. Discount of 15,000, discount given to debtors is our expenditure. P&L account debit side 15,000 to discount to debtors 15,000. Debtors account will be credited by discount 15,000. Received from debtors as 15,000 we have given to effect. 5,85,000 again we need to give to effect. Received from debtors 5,85,000. Cash and bank account debit to debtors 5,85,000. Debtors account credit by bank 5,85,000. I have completed this first. Second, collection on discounting of bills of exchange after deduction of discount of 1,250 by the bank, total to 61,250. Collection of discounting of bills exchange. So you have discounted the bills exchange. It will be bank account debit, discount account debit, two bills receivable. So bank account debit will be 61,250. Bank account debit 61,250. Discount account debit will be P&L account debit side, discount on BR. It is 1,250. Total of this 61,250 plus 1,250 is total bills receivable, which is 62,500. 62,500 BR will be credited by bills discounted. Debit effect 62,500 in nature of 61,250 and 1,250, and credit effect in BR account. This is that. Creditors of rupees 4 lakhs were paid only 3,92,000. So again there is a discount of 8,000. Can I write down? There is a discount of 8,000 which is given to creditors, because creditors of 4 lakhs were paid only 3,92,000 in full settlement. So first let me pass off discount. Discount received from creditors is our income by discount 8,000. Creditors account will be debited to discount 8,000. 8,000 to effect. 3,92,000 to effect. Payment made to creditors 3,92,000 by bank. 3,92,000. Sorry, by creditors 3,92,000, and creditors account debit side to bank 3,92,000. To effect of 3,92,000 we can go ahead. Payment of freight inward. Freight inward is a trading account expense 30,000. Bank account credit side 30,000. Amount withdrawn for personal use 70,000. So bank account will be credited by drawings 70,000. Closing balance sheet minus drawings 70,000 reduced from capital. Always when you get confused whether you are doing it correct or not, always verify the effect. Balance sheet liability side is a credit effect, deducted, so it is debit effect. Here it is credit effect. I have passed one debit, one credit. I can go ahead. Payment for office furniture 10,000. Buy office furniture 10,000. It will increase my asset. Closing balance sheet plus purchase 10,000. Investment carrying an annual interest of 6% were purchased at 95, 200 units of shares at face value of rupees 100 on 1st October, and the payment was made thereof. Alright. So investment, I'll be doing some calculation. How many shares I have purchased? 200. What is the face value? 100. So it will be 20,000 rupees investment, 200 units at the rate of rupees 100. So it is 20,000 rupees investment, but you have not purchased it at 200, you have purchased it at 95. So purchase the price is 200 into 95. 200 into 95, 19,000. Purchase of investment 19,000. I am passing two effects. Purchase of investment. By investment, cash will go out of 19,000 rupees. Investment will be my asset, 19,000 rupees. Yes, in inner column you can write down face value of this investment is 20,000 rupees. But I have got it at 19,000 rupees. Accountancy works with cost concept. Our cost is 19,000. So in outer column we'll be writing 19,000. Now, it carries a 6% interest. Try to concentrate. It carries a 6% interest. Now, interest is always paid on face value. Into 6%, this will be per annum interest. But you have purchased it on 1st October, right? So you will be getting only 6 months interest. What is 6 months interest of it? Into 6 divided by 12. This will be 600 rupees. So 600 rupees interest will be received on investment. Now you can tell it is received or you can tell it is outstanding. Is it given anywhere in the point that it is received? No. You can assume it is received. You can assume it is outstanding. Both assumptions are absolutely correct, will give you full marks. I am assuming it is outstanding. So investment. So two effects of outstanding interest, very simple. Interest is our income. By interest 600 rupees. Outstanding interest receivable is my asset. So asset account, outstanding interest receivable is a 600 rupees, will be in closing balance sheet. Debit effect, credit effect, we can go ahead. We have done about interest also and we have done about investment also. Expenses including salaries paid 95,000. So expenses paid is 95,000. We have already done. This is expenses paid 95,000. Bank account credit side by expenses 95,000. Miscellaneous receipt 5,000. P&L account credit side by miscellaneous receipt 5,000. Second effect will be bank account debit side to miscellaneous receipt 5,000. We are going to this point. Again, these are not a tally sheet or account, will be passing dual effect. Bills of exchange drawn on and accepted by customer during the year amounted to rupees 1 lakh. So bills of exchange drawn. What is the journal entry? BR account debit to debtors 1 lakh. BR account debit to debtors 1 lakh. And debtors account credit by BR is 1 lakh. Of this, bills exchange of 20,000 were endorsed in favor of creditors. Bills endorsed to creditors. Creditors account debit to debtors 20,000. Creditors account debit to debtors 20,000. Debtors account credit by creditors 20,000. Your debtors will also decrease, your creditors will also decrease. Favor of and endorsed bills of exchange of 4,000 was dishonored. Endorsed bill dishonored. Debtors will again become your debtor, creditor will again become your creditor. Debtors account debit to creditors is 4,000. Debtors account debit to creditors is 4,000. Creditors account credit by debtors is 4,000. I have done this. C point. Goods costing rupees 9,000 were used as advertising material. Trading account credit side because stock is reducing, and P&L account debit side because it is your advertising expenditure. 9,000. Trading account credit side, buy goods for advertisement 9,000. P&L account debit side, to advertisement expense 9,000. Debit effect in P&L account, credit effect in trading account. Goods are invariably sold at 20% on sales. So GP is a 20% on sales. Second effect of GP, it is P&L account credit side, GP will be written. Difference in cash book, if any, treated as drawings or capital. This will be doing when we tally cash account. Provide 2% discount for doubtful debt on closing debtors. See what I am doing. Debtors will be writing down inner column minus 2% provision. And this 2% provision of debtors I will be writing even in P&L account provision for debtors. So whenever I'll be getting this figure, I'll be writing it over here. Once I get closing debtors, I can get that figure. All right. This point we kept it pending. Closing furniture is 63,500. Let us go to furniture. Closing furniture is 63,500. What does it mean? 6,500 is a depreciation. Then only closing figure will be 63,500. I will not be giving two effect of 63,500. I'll be giving two effect of depreciation, which is 6,500. P&L account debit side to depreciation. P&L account debit side. To depreciation 6,000. All right. So even this is solved. I have taken into consideration each and every point except the 2% provision for debtors. Will be finding it out. I don't think we require question. Now we'll be just concentrating on telling our accounts. Never tally first GP account. It is not advisable. Let us try out debtors account. Debtors account. No, credit sales is not there, right? Yes. Credit sales is not there. We cannot solve debtors account because here credit sales and closing balance both are missing. Creditors account, opening balance, debtors, again your credit purchase is missing. No, I can get credit purchase, right? Opening balance, debtors, closing balance, discount bank debtors, I can get credit purchase. Balancing figure will be credit purchase. What will be credit purchase is 8,000 plus 3,92,000 plus 20,000 plus 1,50,000 minus 1,10,000 minus 4,000. It is 4,56,000. Will be credit purchase. A second effect trading account debit side 4,56,000. Purchase 4,56,000. Debtors I cannot tally. I have tallied my creditor account. Cash book they have told me whatever is the difference figure, I can transfer it to capital or drawing, so it will be easy to tally my cash book. Let me go to bill BR. All right, BR received is 1 lakh, discounted is 62,500. I can get closing balance, which is the balancing figure. It is 37,500. Second effect will go in closing balance sheet asset side, 37,500. Opening balance sheet. Now I don't think except debtors and trading account or cash book, I know how I will be telling. I can tally my opening balance sheet. Opening debtors is already there, cash is already there. Opening balance sheet, I'll be getting capital, which will be 60, 80, 1 lakh, there's 3 lakh, 18,000. 3 lakh 18,000 minus 3 lakh 10,000. It is 8,000. No, it is 1 lakh 88. It is 160, 140 is the 318 minus 130. One lakh 88,000 opening capital to effect, 1 lakh 88,000 closing balance sheet. Capital opening will be 1 lakh 88,000. So what I have tallied is creditors account, cash book is pending, BR I have tallied, opening balance sheet I have tallied. Let me even tally the cash book, because they are saying us that difference of figure is capital or drawings, and from debtors only closing balance will be getting once we get credit sales. So credit sales will not even affect our cash book. I can tally my cash book with a difference of 12,000 rupees plus 5,85,000 rupees plus 61,250 plus 5,000 minus 3,92,000 minus 30,000 minus 70,000 minus 10,000 minus 19,000 minus 95,000 minus 26,250, which is 21,000, and it is higher on this side, so it is over here 21,000. It is by drawings, additional drawings, which is 21,000. Second effect will be drawings will be reduced from capital minus additional drawings, 21,000. So even my cash and bank account is solved. Now I don't have credit sales as well as closing debtors. What I'll be doing is for credit sales, I'll be going to trading account. Now in trading account, the two figures are missing. One is sales, credit sales. I'm assuming there is no cash sales, and GP. But say GP rate is given 20% on sales. 20% on sales is how much percentage on cost? How to find out? If 100 is the sales, 20 will be profit. Sorry. Profit will be 20, so cost will be 80. So what is percentage on cost? It is 20 divided by 80 multiplied by 100, which is 25% on cost. So GP is 25% on 20% on sales and 25% on cost. We can easily find out cost. How? Opening plus everything written on debit side minus everything written on credit side except sales. That is COGS. 25% on COGS. What is my COGS? 80,000 plus 30,000 plus 4,56,000 minus 9,000 minus 70,000, which is 4,87,000 into 25%, which is 121,750. 121,750 will be your GP. Second effect of GP will be in P&L account credit side, 121,750. So trading account is having GP but now not having credit sales. We can find out balancing figure as credit sales. What will be balancing figure? 80,000 plus 30,000 plus 4,56,000 plus 121,750 minus 9,000 minus 70,000 will be 6,08,750. 6,08,750 will be credit sales. Second effect, debtors account debit side, 6,08,750. 6,08,750. I will be getting closing debtors. How to find out closing debtors? 1,60,000 plus 4,000 plus 6,08,750 minus 15,000 minus 5,85,000 minus 1 lakh minus 20,000, which is 52,750. 52,750. 52,750 will go in balance sheet, inner column. 52,750. I need to provide 2% provisions. On 52,750, I'll be providing 2%. 52,750 into 2%, which is 1055. 1055 will be my provision for debtors. Second effect, P&L account debit side, 1055. 2% provision is already done. All right. My trading account is tallied. Profit and loss account is pending. I'll be getting NP. I'll be transferring it to capital. Closing balance sheet, except that all accounts should be already tallied. All right. So I can go towards in that process. 95,000 is expenses paid plus 18,000 minus 20,000 minus 7,000 plus 6,000 will be 92,000. 92,000 is nothing but expenses incurred. As it is P&L account, expenses incurred is more important than expenses paid. Let us find out our NP. 121,750 plus 8,000 plus 600 plus 5,000 minus 92,000 minus 15,000 minus 1250 minus 9,000 minus 1055 minus 6,500. It is 10,545. 10,545 will be my NP, will be added to capital. 10,545. I will be getting capital account as 1,88,000 minus 70,000 minus 21,000 plus 10545. It is 1,07,545. Let me first find out outer column. This will be 62,500. 52750 minus 1055 is 51695. Everything else is in inner column. I just need to total it out. 1,07,545 plus 1,50,000 plus 18,000 is 275,545. It is 275,545. This will be 62,500 plus 70,000 plus 19,000 plus 51,695 plus 7,000 plus 600 plus 26,250 plus 37,500. It is 274,545. Where is 1,000 gone? Yes, here. There's a 63,500, right? It is not 62,000. There's not 7,000. There's a 63,500. So 1,000 will increase to 75545. Balance sheet is tallied. This was question number C7.11.